Maribel and Jonathan have been in a serious relationship for the past year or so. They were in love and recently moved in together. Everything about their relationship was fine, except that they had one secret. They were first cousins. So how did this love affair start? Well, it all began when Maribel moved to the city when she got a transfer from her college in her sophomore year and enrolled in the BII University. And since Jonathan didn't live too far from there, Maribel's father, Jonathan's Uncle Jerry, gave him a call. "Johnny, Belle is moving to Chicago. She's gonna be staying at the dorm, and you know what happens in these colleges. Help her out when she gets there, and make sure you look after her. I don't want to hear about any guys roaming around my baby girl. You got it, Johnny?" "Yeah, sure, Uncle Jerry. Don't worry about it." And it was over time that this innocent, helping out relationship had turned into something else. So this is your popular Playboy flat everyone talks about? What? Who said that? I don't remember the last time I had a girl over here. Really? Yeah, just give me one moment. Jonathan rushed to his room, stuffed all his magazines, his posters. Oh darn, that girl from last night left her clothes here too. He rearranged his whole room for Maribel. She was right. Jonathan made good money, he lived on his own, and he was a spoiled playboy. It was from the very first time Maribel had walked into his apartment that Jonathan became attracted to her. And it wasn't just him, but Maribel too felt that spark. Jonathan was that bad boy every girl fell for. She couldn't help but come over to his place, and every time she did, she left a little excuse so she could come back again. Oops, I guess I dropped that here. And as she expected, Jonathan always reciprocated. "Belle, I think you left your purse at the flat. I would have dropped it off, but I'm really busy with work." "Oh, so that's where it went. Don't worry, I'll come by to pick it up." And it was every time Maribel returned to the apartment that Jonathan had everything set up for a fun night. "You don't have class tomorrow, do you? You want to watch a movie together?" Maribel did have class, but when your crush invited you to watch a movie, you watched that movie. "Totally, I'm actually free tomorrow too." And from one excuse to the other, Maribel started sleeping over, and the obvious of what was to happen, happened. Their relationship wasn't an issue for them, but they knew it might be an issue to others, so they kept it a secret. But it came the time of the year when the Sanford family all gathered at the family farmhouse in Mapleton for their Grandpa Simon's birthday. And as usual, Maribel and Jonathan were expected to be there for the weekends. What are we going to do? How are we going to go like this? Well, we don't have a choice, we have to go. It's Grandpa's 99th birthday. But you know we can't let them know. If your dad finds out, he's gonna take my life. No, my dad is gonna take my life. No, the whole family is gonna take my life. How are we going to hide our relationship? Calm down, just keep your hands off me and keep your mouth shut and we'll be fine. I can keep my mouth shut, but how am I going to keep my hands off of you? I'm serious, Johnny, and another thing, we can't go together or they'll be all suspicious. So on the day of Grandpa Simon's birthday, Maribel and Jonathan drove out to Mapleton, but they took a stop a good distance from the Sanford farmhouse. "Alright, I'll drive the rest of the way, and you go by foot." "What? This is my car, you can't drive it there? What are people going to think?" Alright, you drive." Maribel got off the car and walked the rest of the 10 blocks to the farmhouse, where she saw her mother greeting Johnny by the door. But seeing her, she furrowed her brows. "Belle, did you walk here from the train station? You didn't take a taxi? Where's your luggage?" Oh shoot, Maribel just realized she left her luggage in Johnny's trunk. "Yeah, I forgot my luggage on the train. Everything was in there, so I had to walk all the way here." "How could you be so careless? Hold on, I'll tell your father to call the station. Maybe they put it in the lost and found." "Mom!" But before Maribel could give another excuse, her mother rushed off. Jonathan too had hurried off inside to meet his Grandpa Simon. Grandpa Simon, happy birthday! You kids made it! Of course we would, you're 99 today. Grandpa! Maribel, sweetheart. Seeing Maribel rush his way, Jonathan quickly moved aside, but he soon bumped into Uncle Jerry, the last person he wanted to see. Johnny boy, how is everything? Jonathan nervously chuckled. Everything's good, Uncle Jerry. Your dad told me you got a promotion, making good money now. The ladies must be lining up. Yeah. Uncle Jerry laughed as he patted Jonathan on the back. You remind me of the old days, Johnny boy. I was just like you, and from what I heard about you, I guess those 3 tricks I taught you must be working. But there's another one, Johnny boy. One more trick that will make any girl go crazy. Remind me to teach you. Yeah, Uncle Jerry. I think I heard Mom calling me. I'll catch up with you later. Jonathan breathed out in relief as he slipped out of his uncle's grip. He had grown up being pampered by him. They had always been really close, getting him gifts and taking him out. And once Jonathan reached his teens, he and Uncle Jerry were like buddies. They used to talk and share a beer. Johnny boy, you remember this good. This young age isn't going to come back. Make good use of it. Remember the tricks I taught you. You do these 3 things and the girls will never forget you. But as open as he was with Uncle Jerry, now he didn't know that Jonathan was dating his daughter. But Jonathan knew how possessive of a father he was. Hey, you little coward. Young lady, tell me I did not just see a punk run off over the fence. Dad, he's not like that. I like him. Oh, so now you have a boyfriend. Well, you know what I have? A daughter, a gun, a shovel, and an alibi. You be sure, young lady, that punk is going to be buried in your mother's garden if he makes his way here again. Jonathan shivered as he looked out to the rose garden. Was that going to be him? For much of the time he was in the house, he tried to dodge off his uncle and keep his distance from Maribel. But he was obviously tempted. Maribel, sweetheart, can you get out the paper plates from the pantry? All right. Perfect. As soon as Maribel went into the pantry, Jonathan went after and closed the door. What are you doing? I was missing you. You're meeting me out in the shed tonight, right? Jonathan, move out of the way. We're gonna get caught. Are you coming? At 11? All right. Maribel hurried out of the pantry, sneaking a peek this way and that way. Luckily, no one was around. She and Jonathan went off to the kitchen, where both their mothers were serving up food. She picked up a spoon and started taste testing the desserts, while Jonathan went to grab a drink. How do you like it, sweetheart? Your mother taught me how to make that. Jonathan walked by Maribel accidentally, or maybe just a little intentionally, shoving her. Maribel looked at Jonathan, thinking, what if his mother saw that? Watch your way. Do you need something? Nothing, babe. Jonathan froze, realizing what slipped out of his mouth. Nobody noticed that, right? What? Babe? Did you just now call her babe? His mother asked. Jonathan chuckled. No, I was just teasing her. It's just a joke. It's what's trending. Kids these days, I don't get these jokes. Feeling awfully awkward and in a danger zone, the cousins hurried off searching for the others. They joined Janet, Jonathan's younger sister, and a good friend of Maribel's, Mark, Maribel's younger brother, and their Uncle Tom, who was their age and were practically friends with them all. So how's it back in the city? You guys see each other? Uncle Tom asked. But Jonathan and Maribel quickly shook their heads. No, why would we see each other? I thought you guys lived in the same city. Oh, yeah, we do. I wish Dad would let me go. I wanted to stay over at Johnny's. Janet gasped, looking at Maribel. So does Johnny know then? Maribel quickly shook her head. No, Janet, no. But who was Janet to listen? Belle's got a mystery man. She's been talking about him lately, but she won't tell me his name. All she says is he's the best, if you know what I mean. She chuckled, raising her brow. Maribel widened her eyes, elbowing her. Janet! But Jonathan couldn't help the smirk roll across his face. I never said anything of the sort. It's alright, I'm not gonna tell your parents, Uncle Tom chuckled. That doesn't mean I can't. You better not. Hey kid, snitches get stitches. You keep those lips sealed. So what's up with you, man? Still living a bohemian life? Are you seriously never gonna settle down? Why do I have to get married? I didn't do anything wrong. Dude, marriage is like putting a shackle on yourself. It's a lifelong financial liability. Man, if there's one thing I learned from my business degree, it's not to get married. It's nothing to gain and everything to lose. You get yourself stuck with one woman, you lose your friends, your space, your money, and if you leave them, you pay them for the rest of your life. Come on, there isn't anything better than the bachelor life. Responsibilities and commitment, it's just not for me. Maribel suddenly furrowed her brows. Oh, really? So you're never going to get married? Nope, Jonathan quickly said. Before he actually realized who he said it to. I mean, yeah. Maribel shook her head as she got up. I'm gonna go stretch out. But Jonathan could tell Maribel was pissed at him. After a while, he too thought of an excuse and went to speak with her. But when he neared her by the swings, she got up and started to go inside. Belle, wait. Why are you avoiding me? 'Cause I thought you were a bachelor for life. What do you have to do with me? You know I didn't mean it. I was just acting. Yeah, and when did you become such a good actor? Come on, don't be like that, baby. Whatever, you've been a playboy your whole life. Maybe that is the real you. What do you want me to do? You want me to tell everybody I love you and I want to marry you? I don't know, do whatever you want, Maribel said, about to push him and leave. Wait, you're still meeting me at 11, right? Do you want us to get caught? No one can know about us, Johnny. No one can know, Maribel said, waving her hands frantically. That's when the two heard a twig snap behind them. They turned to see Janet, frozen with 2 corn on the cobs in her hand, and her eyes big and wide. You guys are dating? Are you crazy? You're first cousins. Shh, Janet, please. This is your secret boyfriend that no one can know? And he's the best at ... Do you realize he's my brother? Janet, you better not tell. Yeah, okay, she said before she sprinted inside. Luckily, Janet didn't spill, but that evening went by horribly for Jonathan. Maribel, you're not dating anyone, right? Why don't I tell Tom to set you up with one of his friends? Jack, the blonde hair, blue eyes surfer boy. Remember him? Yeah, who could forget him? Sounds good, 'cause I want to be settled in my life. Perhaps he will marry me. Maribel wasn't responding to Jonathan's texts. Every time Jonathan saw Maribel, he tried to mind talk to her, but she kept looking away and ignoring him. And around 11, Jonathan slipped out to the backyard shed after secretly passing Maribel a glance. But Maribel only frowned and turned around the other way. He waited for almost half an hour, but she didn't come after all. Now what? All alone, Jonathan eventually just decided to sit down next to Grandpa Simon by the fireplace. What's wrong with you, boy? Why do you look upset? Nothing, Grandpa. I'm fine. So what's up with you? How's it like being 99? Honestly, fella, at this age, you remember all the little things in life you wanted to do, but you didn't for whatever reason, and you regret not doing them. I'll give you one piece of advice. Don't think about what others think of you. Do what you want. You only have one life. Yeah, you're right, Grandpa. After speaking with Grandpa Simon, Jonathan was actually feeling a little better. Come on everyone, there's 10 minutes to 12. Dad, let's go. Jonathan's father helped his grandpa walk over to the table where everyone had huddled around the cake to take a family picture. Everyone say cheese. Jonathan kept on passing a glance at Maribel, who intentionally stood all the way opposite to him. Come on kids, your grandpa might need some help now, blowing out all the candles. Let's count down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. And as soon as Grandpa Simon built up enough breath to blow the candles out, Jonathan stepped out and called everyone's attention. Grandpa, Dad, Mom, Uncle Jerry, Aunt Stella, I'm in love with Maribel, and we've been living together for the past 7 months, and we're probably going to get married and end up together. Maribel tried to pull out of the crowd and make a run for it. Both their parents all looked at Johnny, shocked to their core. What? How? When? Why? But Jonathan couldn't hide this anymore. Don't look so surprised. Is there anyone in this room who didn't have a crush on one of their cousins? That's when everyone fell silent, passing each other a guilty glance. Grandpa Simon laughed out as he blew the candles. I always had a crush on my cousin, your Grandma Beth, kept it a secret, lost her forever. Kudos, Johnny boy. Well done in keeping the inheritance in the family bloodline. Click on the subscribe button and check out more awesome videos on our channel. And don't forget to press the bell icon because you know it's interesting.